Hi Virgo, and welcome to your November monthly read for 2021. Let's go ahead and jump in and take a look at what is happening for you within this month. We're going to break it down week by week for you here, okay? So be sure that you do check out your moon, rising, and your Venus signs within this month. It's going to give you a better picture of perhaps your situation or, whatever it is that you're in. This is going to be what the universe wants you to know, okay? So we'll see what wants to bubble up. My bi-weeklies in love, are all about the love side of things. And at the end of this video, you'll also see career and finance. This is going to see, we're going to see whatever wants to come up in this month that's going to be important for you to be aware of, all right? So let's jump into this, Virgo, and see what is happening for you here, okay? What is going on for Virgo the first week of November? And I hope you all are doing fantastic, all right? Let's take a look at what's going on for Virgo. First week for Virgo, November 2021. What's most important for Virgo to come out here? What do we have? Strength card. Nice. Whoa. Right along with the devil energy. Even nicer. Okay, all right, and let's take a look at what this is. I don't even know if that's a word, but in any event, this is the strength card. This is calling upon your Leo energy within you. This is about having the strength, to overcome perhaps any sort of thing that might be holding you back. This devil energy is more about Capricorn energy, Taurus, Capricorn. Well, actually, this is just Capricorn energy, and that's going to be key. And it could be some sort of an addiction, some sort of bondage to something, okay? But this is about having the strength to break through from that, okay? To break away from that, right? You can see that, she's actually holding the lion's mouth open, at such grace and ease. It's because that she knows she's calling upon that of which is hidden, like her intuition. And this is really calling upon her intuition and balancing and having the strength that comes from the inside out, right? And she's getting on the wavelength of that lion. So the lion, there's no need for the lion to be afraid or to be in attack mode of any sort. It's really all about this really balanced energy that's coming through here. And what's interesting thing here is that when you see this devil card here, I don't know if you guys can see this here, but in the devil, he's turned around, right? And it's almost as if for a fleeting moment that he is not paying attention. And in that fleeting moment, even in, in the wildest fires that are happening here, there is a lotus flower at the very, very bottom, which identifies and just kind of signifies a spring of hope, right? A spring of faith that even upon the worst scenarios, something beautiful can become of it. And that is what I feel that's coming through for you. So there could be some sort of having the strength to balance something out as it pertains to an addiction or as it pertains to something that you feel in bondage to, person, place, or thing, all right? And but calling on that Leo energy. You might have Leo within you, or Capricorn for that sake here. But what this is calling upon, you might just be taking on that energy or dealing with someone that might have that within their chart, okay? So let's pull a card on the shadow side real quick, just because we are, we're in the presence of that card here. So let's go ahead and take a look at on the first week here, okay? This is having the strength to be able to do that, yeah. There could be that someone was manipulative here, okay? And this is about letting go of wanting to exert your power over a person, place, or situation, okay? This calls about, when you do that, or if you feel that you have a need to do that, what comes up is that do you need to work on your self-esteem? And that is one of the biggest questions that comes through here. Okay, so this is not about changing someone, it's about changing the way that you respond to someone, all right? And that all starts right back to you, right? So I will pull a card specifically on how it pertains, to a situation. What is the self-love? What do the light cards have to say since the shadow card, card came out here? What do we have coming through here? What do we have? Meditate. You're more powerful than you think, okay? So keep that in mind, especially in times where you have to call upon your strength here, right? And have the energy to be able to do that. That is so key, right? And the other side, which was so interesting of this Leo, of the strength card in this deck, take a look at the other side. You see how the devil is overpowering them? It's like that. Here's that fear. Here's that addiction. Here's that bondage, that manipulation that's looking down. They're not flinching a bit. Why? Because they've called upon the strength within them, and they know that that's just a figment of their imagination. There's nothing to fear when you have balanced temperance, right? When you have balanced yourself, with that Leo lion energy. And it all talks about, just, completely balancing oneself out and and she's even hugging the lion here, right? And they're not even flinching for a moment, right? It's like these comes up with all that scared. This is like, oh, you're realizing that's an illusion, and it's false. It's appearing real, like it's a false illusion, right? And that's what this is basically saying. So you're getting rid of that, and you're balancing out your emotions, and that doesn't even fear you anymore. So if you're going through some sort of change, some sort of big, weaning off of something, sex, drugs, alcohol, manipulation, mindset, whatever the case may be, meditation is going to be very key for you. But that's what's coming through on your first week here. Okay, let's pull a numerology card for you here. Interesting, guys. Interesting, Virgo. Very interesting. Manifestations. Oh my gosh. Who got this? Taurus, Aquarius got this. I think that Gemini got this as well. But regardless, this is what's coming through. Manifesting. Okay. This is to know that it is for you. This is an 8 card. And you know what's so beautiful about this? Is that you see the 8 that is above her in her crown, right? So that's balancing things out. So it's about keeping the manifestation alive. And also within this card, on the other side of that card as well, as you see, she's wearing that halo of the 8 card there, right? So it's about maintaining your balance, your inner balance, because it starts within, and then it affects the outside. Okay, that's why I always say that love and everything starts with on the inside, right? It's how we react, and that's what's coming through. Let's take a look at the second week. Second week for Virgo. What's coming through for Virgo? Second week. What do we have here? Wow. Okay, some sort of deception. We've got deception and the Magician. Wow. Wow. Now this is all about having to do with Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. And this is about someone maybe perhaps in the night, maybe in the nighttime you feel deceived. This could be a way of thinking that maybe at night you're experiencing thoughts that are deceiving you, illusions. And this is saying, hold up, the Magician energy is right there. It's so beautiful because, you get this devil card, right? And hold up. The courage card of the Leo energy, the most powerful card, is right there. And then you get deceit, and then a beautiful card right there to overcome it. It's like the universe is really working with you right now. So use it, Virgo, to your advantage, all right? And definitely drop a like, guys. Smash that like button and note your comments below if this resonates with you. I so appreciate it. But in any event, what this is talking about is that maybe at night you're feeling deceived, and this is about calling upon your the source and all of the resources that you have within you spiritually to be able to manifest and create change that you want. Because the Magician is about bringing to life the reality, bringing something to reality, right? And a dream to a reality, so to speak. So that's what's coming through here as well. So this is beautiful. It's also about turning visions into reality, right? So the visions of the dreams that you might have at night that are deceiving you, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy, and then we get this here, and this is what's coming through for you over here. I feel it's Gemini energy, and this is telling me that again you go through that infinity symbol above the Magician's head. There is a theme that's happening within here. But you have the power of focused creativity to turn your visions into reality. So be careful of what it is that you do manifest, right? And make sure it's what it is that you want rather than what it is that you don't want, okay? So second week is going to be key. What does numerology have to say for Virgo in the second week that's coming through here? What do we have? Help. Focus on the health. This is about spirituality, like your crown chakra, and this is the sacral chakra, right below the belly button, but it has all things to do with the emotions of the body, right? And so it has to do with maybe perhaps a way of thinking. Of course, a 71 card reduces to an 8, right? So a lot about balancing, a lot about that infinity symbol that is coming through. You might be seeing a lot of 8s as well. But this is saying focus on your health. It's going to be very, very key for you to balance out your energies. Balancing, like meditating and balancing out your health is going to be key, okay? And it could be emotional or mental health. So for those of you that are coming over some sort of addiction, whether it is of manipulation of any sort, either being manipulated or vice versa, what this is talking about is that you can enhance, you can enhance your physical, emotional, and mental health by adopting some practices that maybe offer some alternative methods for you, okay? It wants you to put your health and happiness first, Virgo. It's coming out here, okay? And it's in your second week, so this is going to be key for you here, okay? So get your checkups, make sure that you're getting a good night's sleep, detox, salt baths, yoga, meditation, maintain some positive, healthy boundaries here. And that can help you raise your vibration, right? So that's what's coming through on your second week. What's happening on your third week for you here, okay? Third week, that's important for Virgo in the month of November 2021. What wants to come out? What's most important to come out for Virgo? Ooh, I like this, okay? I like this. Okay, what do we get here? So we get the Nine of Wands, and then we get the Page of Cups, all right? So the Nine of Wands is all about perseverance, right? It's not giving up. It's like, I'm not going to give up, right? I'm going to continue to persevere with determination. This is coming to fruition, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy, okay? So it's coming to fruition about not giving up on something, right? And then this actually starts out with a brand new beginning, because this is a page. You could be getting a message from a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces energy, okay? Or someone who's got that in their chart. Or you might be taking on this energy and offering, emotions to someone, vice versa. But that's what's happening here. Now, you see, I mean, it's kind of like the page. It's all about whatever the case. Maybe it's taken a long time for this to happen because there's a turtle that's in the water. So it's like being slow to offer emotions. So this could be you being slow to offer emotions to someone, or vice versa there too, okay? So keep that in mind here. But it's cup energy, and it's usually a message that's coming in from someone, about a situation of some sort. It could be that there is some sort of, it could be a new love. It could be a new job, a birthing of something new, but this is about not giving up on what it is that you really want to see come to fruition, okay? So interesting. Now, the other side of that, you can see kind of in the light of day that he's he's in his emotions, right? Obviously, but it's a new way of, maybe this is a person expressing their emotions, right? And kind of fuddling with it a little bit. But again, it's a page. It could be a school kid. It could be anything of a sort, a new love, a new opportunity for work, or birth of something new. Okay, yeah. A little bit of the Pisces, the fishes jumping out there as well. So kind of a little bit slippery in terms of being able to share love, but continuing to progress. And this is calling on, get support if it is something that you need. So if there's something that's coming through in terms of anything of the sort, if you do need support, call on your support that you need. Because the other side of this is doing everything on your own. And then the other side of this here is saying, but by the way, if you look behind, this is the front of him, right? And then if you take a look even a little bit deeper on the other side of this, this talks about getting support to help, to get help in terms of what it is that you need. And this almost looks like a little bit of a page. So it could be a child of some sort. It could be someone that's younger of some sort. Or again, a new love, a new opportunity. Let's pull a numerology card on this and see what wants to come out here. What wants to come out for the third week for Virgo in the month of November. What's important? Surrender. Wow, a lot of sacral chakra stuff too. It's a 91 reducing to a 10. It wants you to surrender to something. It wants you to surrender. This could be that there's a particular attachment, or again, bondage like I mentioned, or addiction. It's about surrendering, right? Just like your shadow side, like we all have it. And it's about knowing that. And sometimes in situations, we are asked to surrender to a particular situation. This is what is being called for in the third week, okay? Because what's happening is whatever you're trying to make happen is impeding on your success. Again, for a person, place, or thing, okay? So you might have blocks in your manifestation at this time. And what this is saying is, really focus in on, detach away, from anything, from a situation, and surrender the outcome to the divine. There could be something that's really difficult for you. Call on support if you need it, but to attract what you want, you've got to give space. And when you're manifesting, you've got to give the universe some space to co-create with you. Okay. And we're pulling manifestation card at the end. So it's not your job to force something to happen. It's going to impede on your health, right? And it won't balance out these manifestations, all right? And especially right now, because you're more powerful than you think, right? So that came up in the first week. So it's really surrender. If you have a hard time doing it, do something, focus on your health. You're supposed to allow it to happen, okay? This is about letting the magic flow, letting the magic flow of that of which you're creating from the magician, within that week, within that second week there. So it's key. Don't be deceived. Focus in on what it is that you want, right, for the magician, and surrender to the outcome of the situation. Right? And don't focus on what it is that you do want, okay? Because if you manifest that, you're going to bring this in, okay? So that's what's calling through. Fourth week, what is coming through here? The fourth week, okay? Last and final week, what's coming through for Virgo, the last week of November. What do we have? So we have, okay. We got the Eight of Cups, and then, wow. Then we've got the back side of this one. So this is the Knight of Swords. Don't try to rush too much to try to make some sort of decision as it pertains, or to get to some point as it pertains to a disappointment. Don't try to rush in too fast, right? Don't be too opinionated or hasty relating to something that kept you in some sort of disappointment, okay? Because there's a shooting star above here, right? And interesting enough, this is an 8 card, the 8 of Cups, right? So 8s are about change. Let this change of this disappointment work within you. Don't try to force something to happen. There is some sort of motion of moving forward, with this Knight, right? So it's an opportunity to come forward with this Knight of Swords, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius energy. And then, of course, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. So this is about not being too hasty to move forward, or perhaps someone around you is it's asking them not to be too hasty regarding, to move forward and be too opinionated about their feelings on the situation, about some sort of escapism or disappointment, okay? So it's slowing that down. Wants you to slow that down. If you're taking on this energy, Virgo, this is saying is that, with this 8 of Cups, it's about some sort of disappointment that you've had emotionally, that you've invested time into. And this is about turning around and walking away to create that 8, which is change, to balance things out. And it wants you to use this Knight of Swords. Don't be too hasty and opinionated. Give me another card on this one. Towards the next steps, or what to do next. Yeah, it's emotional heartbreak of some sort, guys. There was emotional heartbreak at the end, all right? And perhaps this, you've had emotional heartbreak. I'm not surprised to see this when I got, when I got this, kind of moving on, kind of moving the other way. This is about don't be too hasty moving forward. Feel, move through this, feel it, so you don't have to keep revisiting it or bring it into another situation. Give me more of advice on this 3 of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Could be dealing with a fellow air sign. Oh, it's not a fellow air sign, but an air sign. Unless you've got air in your chart, right? Then I could say fellow air sign. But let's take a look. 3 is about communication, about emotional heartbreak, okay? Clarify that for us here. What do we have here? We've got the Queen of Wands, right? It could be, Virgo, that it might have to do with the Queen of Wands. You might be taking on this energy, which she is very much, energetic. She is exudes a lot of vibrancy. that sacral chakra energy, okay? It all, having to do with the emotions of the body, having the strength to balance things out of the emotions of the body. So this is, I feel that if you're taking on that energy, that's what you're doing. Like you're standing in there and you're taking in the energy of the nature, right? And that's why I think that, in your health, kind of getting outside in your health, get out in nature is going to be key. But that's what I see at the end. So emotional heartbreak from disappointment. Don't be too hasty to move forward. It's kind of like meditate within this. Work through those emotions of the body. That's that sacral chakra. Do some clearing of the sacral chakra. That could help you. Get out in nature to fuel you and to balance you. It could be having to do perhaps with another person, right? It could be someone else that could be having that influence. She's very creative. There's no doubt. Very sexy, very beautiful too. Connected with herself and creates whatever it is that she wants. Like beautiful energy. Give me one more card on this. Star card. Could be an Aquarius. All right. I get the star card coming through here. Interesting. So the star card, to clarify this Queen of Wands, this is about balancing things out. So it's about meditating and balancing yourself out. You can kind of see she's closed her eyes and gone within to take up the energy of nature, and that's balancing things out, right? Balancing things out, but still keeping her eye on the prize and what it is that she wants, right? Not giving up faith or hope, but continuously moving forward. So in this last week, it's having you heal, it's having you have faith, it's having you replenish your energy after you're walking away from something that was an emotional disappointment. Let's pull a numerology card on this. What else? Patience. Have patience in this process. It's sacral chakra energy again. That's coming through here, 2 card. So this is about having patience within a situation, okay? So just keep in mind that, rather than take action, you want to evaluate the situation and get clarity. And then, clarity on what your dreams are, because then it's going to help you manifest. So you need to take your time, okay? You need to pace yourself and not rush, okay? And I think that's why I got that turtle. We ever got that turtle in the water of that page that came out in the 3rd week right here? It wants you to go slow in terms of the emotions before messaging, right? Before, moving forward in emotions. So, keep that in mind. Yeah. That's what's coming through. So have patience within this process. And I think that's going to be key. Give me a wellness card on this to see what wants to come through. Okay. A wellness card on what wants to come through for you in the last week of November for Virgo. What do we have? High vibes. Surround yourself with positivity. Connect with source so you can play those vibes. Listen to great frequencies, vibrational frequencies that put you in a grounding stage. Connect with yourself and your source and just really focus on high vibes, okay, during this time. It's going to be key for you. Give me one more for Virgo. What do we have? Giving and receiving. Again, that balance. Everything's energy, so reciprocity is going to be key, especially if that has to do with love or in communication with someone. Reciprocity is key. So there needs to be a balance of giving and receiving, to others and to yourself. Okay, so acts of kindness are key. Let's pull a manifesting card of what you need to focus in on. What does Virgo need to focus in on for the month of November for manifesting? What do we have before we close out? And what do we get here? What you need to manifest? I am wonderfully blessed financially is what comes in the manifestation cards for you this month. I am wonderfully blessed financially. You guys, focus on the positive because it brings more positive that's coming through for you here. So sending you lots of love and light and blessings. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Until then, namaste.